All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, NFL football fans? You know what time it is. It's NFL predictions. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing it. So without further ado, let's get this ball rolling. The LA Rams not only won the division title, which is the NFC West, they won the whole thing, which is the Super Bowl last season. Now you got some better competition in the NFC West in the upcoming 2022 season. The question is, can they repeat? Or will it be the either Arizona Cardinals or the San Francisco 49ers snatching the crown off of the head of the LA Rams? Who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks? Drew Lock or Baker Mayfield or Jimmy Garoppolo or Geno Smith? Okay, whatever. Okay, now the strength and weakness of these four teams of last season. The LA Rams, the defense, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and the rest of the offense. Now, the weakness, they have a tendency to be lackadaisical, let their guard down a bit. It's not just the defense, it's also the offense. And speaking of offense, the running game was non-existent. I mean, that put a lot more pressure on the passing game. So whoever is the running back for that squad, hopefully he can stay healthy and take some or at least half of the pressure off of Matthew Stafford and the rest of the offense. So now as far as the San Francisco 49ers, the defense, the running game, Deebo Samuel, and the tight end, the weakness, well, let me go back to the strength for a second. Jimmy Garoppolo, when he's on point, he's on point. When he's not on point, it's a scary sight to see. He's good and bad. Kyle Shanahan, he's also good and bad. With Jimmy Garoppolo, they have a winning record. No one can touch the San Francisco 49ers. But without him, due to injuries, you see how bad that team is. And also, Kyle Shanahan has a losing record without Jimmy Garoppolo, the starting lineup for the San Francisco 49ers. The Arizona Cardinals, the offense, sometimes the defense, the weakness. I don't know what's going on with that team. Ever since Cliff Kingsbury became the head coach for the Arizona Cardinals, and it goes back to the Texas Tech Red Raider days in the collegiate football level. They get off to a hot start and they cool off the rest of the way. You're seeing that again, but this time in a pro football level. The Arizona Cardinals get off to a hot start, but they fade away. Last year, they got off to a hot start and they faded away, but they made the playoffs, even though I did pick them to get there. And unfortunately, they got mollywopped. They got curb stomped. They got punched in the mouth. Kyle Murray looked like deer in the headlights. That's how bad he was. That's how he looked. He performed really badly. So we'll see what the Arizona Cardinals can do. Can they sustain that hot streak in upcoming 2022 season? Don't mind the background. Or will it be the same old story? Hot start, cool off, miss the playoffs altogether. Now, as for the Seattle Seahawks, man, the only strength I can think of is the offense with Russell Wilson. You take him out, they struggle mightily. The weakness, they're a young team last year. Plus, their defense is not. Let me repeat that. They are not the Legion of Boom. They are rebuilding. They were pretty bad. I think at one point they coughed up 400 total yards overall the entire season. I could be wrong because I kept seeing numbers whenever I watch TV, either ESPN, NFL Network, or go on the computer and see the stats and whatnot. So, Seattle Seahawks fans, correct me if I'm wrong. So, the question is, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks in 2022 season? Drew Lock, Geno Smith, but Baker Mayfield, Jimmy Garoppolo, or somebody. So here's my predictions. Rams 1, 49ers 2, Cardinals 3, and Seahawks is 4. Now, as far as the AFC West, we all know that the Kansas City Chiefs won that division last year. And it came down to the wire between the Raiders and the Chargers. I can't believe people were screaming out loud of, well, the game should end in a tie and have both teams make the playoffs and keep the Pittsburgh Steelers out because they don't deserve it. I would rather see a team win and a team lose versus both teams ending the game in a damn tie and get in the playoffs while keeping the Pittsburgh Steelers out. That's stupid. I want to see a winner and a loser, not the game ending a tie. That's what I was trying to get at. Now, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. The strength is the offense. Andy Reid is the head coach. Patrick Mahomes, even though he had a somewhat of a rough last season, he did his thing, though. The defense, at times, they played well. Other times, not so much. Yes, they lost in the AFC Championship game at home against the Cincinnati Bengals, even though I had Kansas City going back to the Super Bowl, but it didn't happen. So the question is, what are they going to do upcoming season? And without Tyreek Hill, they trade him away to the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Las Vegas Raiders, oh man, all I can say is resiliency, pride, mental fortitude, man. They made the playoffs. I was surprised. I mean, all the drama, all the nonsense was going on last year, from John Gruden to players wilding out and off the field to whatever the case may be. They got it done, and I all I can do is salute them. And the offense is pretty good. The defense, I feel like they can be better. So we'll see what happens with the Las Vegas Raiders in the upcoming season. The LA Chargers, they got some pieces on both sides of the ball. And the head coach, he'll take risk. You want your coach taking risk. But you don't want to see him do it every single game, where it's going to cost the team games, potentially cost them a playoff spot. All the LA Chargers have to do is stop doing Charger things, which is finding ways, just having bad luck. If they didn't lose on the road to the Houston Texans, it would be an entirely different story. They would be in the playoffs instead of the Las Vegas Raiders, but didn't happen. Now, the Denver Broncos, well, they had the defense. That's all I can tell you. The offense, even though I believe in Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock, yeah. So they shipped both of them out to different teams, and they brought in Russell Wilson through a trade. That's going to be something. Now, the AFC West is going to be the toughest division, not only in the AFC, but the entire National Football League. Got these 4 great quarterbacks. Fireworks everywhere, baby. Now, who's going to win that division? I know it's the Kansas City Chiefs at number 1. This is where it gets tricky right here. This is not the NFC West. Man, I can't believe what I'm about to do. I can't believe it, but I'm going to do it just one time. Chargers at 2, Raiders at 3, Broncos at 4. Get ready for the NFC AFC North. Check y'all later.